suspect. Now, this all began in this home here behind me, and neighbors recall a frightening scene.
It was a mess. It was pretty messy.
Here on Traub Avenue,
I heard yelling and screaming.
William West keeps replaying the scene in his head, a man emerging from this home.
I walked right up to him. He was covered in blood.
West says the man mentioned someone attacked him and his mother. One neighbor called 911. West attempted to find a suspect.
We ran around the house to see if we could tackle somebody.
Investigators say 74-year-old Sheila Hamner was found dead inside the home. The man covered in blood was identified as Hamner's son. He was taken to a local hospital, his condition unknown. Deputies frantically searched by ground and air for a suspect, possibly carrying a machete or large knife. Meanwhile, in this quiet neighborhood, many I spoke with called Sheila Hamner a nice, friendly lady. West says this is a first for Traub Avenue. He hopes whoever did this is caught.
It's nerve-wracking when it happens, you know, a mile down the road or 50 miles down the road. It's just it's too much anger in the world. The world's becoming an angry place, and everybody needs to just calm down.
Deputies are searching for a Hispanic male, 5'8", wearing jeans and a dark shirt. If anyone has any information, you're asked to call police. In White City, Alex Hagan, WPTV News Channel 5.
The death toll in a double bombing in Istanbul, Turkey is up to 29, with 166 injured. That word from Turkey's interior minister, who said 10 people have been detained in connection with those blasts. The two explosions went off outside a soccer stadium tonight as police were leaving after a soccer match. The interior minister said 27 of the 29 victims were police officers. Officials said 2 bombs appeared to have targeted those police just a few hours after fans left the stadium.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
A dreary, windy day across South Florida today with some rain too. And now the rain's starting to taper off downtown West Palm Beach. We're looking at still some wet streets, but for the most part, just a little bit of sprinkles left over. 72 right now in West Palm, 73 in Boca, 68 in Vero Beach. We're looking at the warming trend already starting. We're 1 to 6 degrees warmer right now than what we were yesterday at this time. Look at Tallahassee, it was 13 degrees warmer. So the cool down is now lifting, and we're going to see warming conditions for tomorrow too. Here's some of the rain still starting to push into Martin County now, and also down into South County. We're looking at some rain going into Boca and also Delray, and pushing west now, the Turnpike, and then farther to the west after that. Here's forecast for tonight. Some light rain and sprinkles. Palm Beach County, temperatures not dropping all that much. Upper 60s, low 70s, hovering around 70 for the Treasure Coast.
New at 11, a former Boynton Beach High School football player has a new title tonight. Heisman Trophy winner. ESPN 106.3's Paxton Boyd joins us now with a look at how Lamar Jackson made history. Paxton.
That's right, John. We've been saying it all year when it comes to the Heisman Trophy race. There's Lamar Jackson, and then there's everybody else. Jackson, the South Florida native who played his high school ball at Boynton Beach at just 19 years old, has become the youngest Heisman Trophy winner ever. The true sophomore racked up nearly 5,000 yards of offense and his 51 touchdowns on the season, tie or put him ahead of all but 38 FBS teams. Jackson edged out Clemson quarterback and runner-up Deshaun Watson and 3 other finalists. Of course, we'll have so much more on this, including reaction from those who were close to him while he was at Boynton Beach High School. That and so much more coming up later in sports.
President-elect Donald Trump has made his pick for Secretary of State. NBC News is reporting Rex Tillerson will be nominated by the president-elect. Tillerson is the CEO of ExxonMobil and has a close business relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Tillerson will be paired with former UN Ambassador John Bolton as his Deputy Secretary of State for day-to-day management of the department. That's according to NBC sources. Well, the president-elect will be in Florida in less than a week as part of his thank you tour. Donald Trump will be in Orlando Friday at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. Vice President-elect Mike Pence is also scheduled to be there. Trump's thank you tour will also make stops in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Alabama in the coming week. An 11-year-old recovering after being shot in a car this afternoon. West Palm Beach police say it happened just after 1 on Australian Avenue, just north of Roosevelt Middle School. Investigators say the 11-year-old and the driver of that car were not the intended targets of the shooting. If you have any information, you're asked to call police. Another reminder to make sure that you take out your valuables when you leave your vehicle. As many as 30 people had their cars vandalized overnight at an apartment complex in West Palm Beach. Residents living at Portofino Place on Military trail woke up to smashed car windows. Detectives say the break-ins happened between 7 last night and 6:30 this morning.
It's hard for me to wake up on a Saturday morning and can't go nowhere because someone broke in my car. So it's terrifying, man.
Nothing was taken, thank God, but it was broken into, and now I have to find money to replace it.
Police will be reviewing surveillance video at the complex to try to help them find the person responsible. Some residents are upset because they say the front gate at the complex has been broken for about a month. New information tonight, Pulse nightclub will reopen, but in a new spot in Orlando. In a statement, the owner said she's committed to rebuilding the club after the deadly shooting in June. Now, the new club will keep the Pulse name. The existing site will be turned into a permanent memorial. Earlier this week, the owner decided against selling the club to the city of Orlando. Monday marks 6 months since the shooting at Pulse. 49 people were killed back on June 12th. A moment of silence and a candle lighting will be held Monday morning. Then the site around the nightclub will reopen Monday night for a memorial ceremony. WPTV News Channel 5 will be at Pulse all day. You can watch our coverage starting tomorrow night after Sunday night football. New at 11, the controversy over a satanic display in Sanborn Square in downtown Boca Raton continues tonight. The pentagram that was vandalized with spray paint this week has been updated. Preston Smith installed the display next to a nativity scene on Tuesday. He now says it's been replaced with a new sign provided by the Freedom from Religion Foundation. A protest against the sign is planned for next Tuesday. Smith is asking the community for tolerance, asking residents to take up the issue with local government instead of what he calls discriminatory activity. Honoring a hero, how Americans will be able to pay their respects to former astronaut John Glenn this week. Plus, Nobel Prize winners, what musician Bob Dylan had to say about winning the prestigious honor. Wedding crasher, the reason the two guests are suing a groom for injuries they received at the reception. You're watching News Channel 5 on WPTV. It's the local coverage you can count on.
Celebrate the holidays with delicious Dunkin' coffee. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts for 2 K-Cup boxes for $15.99 or 3 pounds of packaged coffee for $19.99. America runs on Dunkin'.
A world-class motor car comes to South Florida. The Lincoln Continental is here, an update nothing short of astounding. Its quality, beauty, and luxury pricing competitive in every way. Continental, the new luxury standard now available at Schumacher Lincoln of Delray. While you're here, experience the amazing Lincoln MKZ. Lease it for $299 a month at Schumacher.
Schumacher Lincoln of Delray, where luxury meets family.
Be noisy, be silent, be near, be far, be joyful, be together. Celebrate joy with Dunkin's holiday-flavored coffees, espressos, and donuts. America runs on Dunkin'.
Memorial service arrangements coming together for former astronaut John Glenn. He's scheduled to lie in state at the Ohio State House Rotunda in Columbus on Friday. That event would be followed by a memorial service at Ohio State University Saturday. Those ceremonies, though, still need to be approved by a board that meets Monday. Glenn, a former Marine pilot, will eventually be buried at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. Former senator died Thursday at the age of 95. There's encouraging news about missing American journalist Austin Tice. The Obama administration has high confidence Tice is alive in Syria, according to Senator John Cornyn. The freelance journalist disappeared while reporting near the Syrian capital of Damascus in August of 2012. Tice is a Texas native and veteran of the Marine Corps. He's the only American journalist still held captive in Syria. That's according to Reporters Without Borders. Musician Bob Dylan thanking the Nobel Prize community today in a speech delivered for him at the awards banquet.
Once have I ever had the time to ask myself, are my songs literature? So I do thank the Swedish Academy, both for taking the time to consider that very question and, ultimately, for providing such a wonderful answer.
Dylan is the first singer-songwriter to win a Nobel Prize. He declined the invitation to accept the award in person, citing other commitments. Other prize winners did deliver remarks at the banquet in person. Millions of dollars worth of toys seized. How they'll help families in need have an extra special Christmas.
bitter cold up north, but we're starting a warming trend. Coming up, I'll let you know how warm we'll get and when we'll see the sun come out once again.
Get your News Channel 5 updates throughout the day on News Radio WJNO.
Is it a force of nature or a sales event? The season of Audi sales event is here. Audi will cover your first month's lease payment on select models. Sales event ends January 3rd.
I forgot my charger. Good thing I remembered the car.
The Cadillac XT5, tailored to you, offering wireless charging and OnStar 4G LTE and built-in Wi-Fi hotspot. Now during season's best, current GM lessees get this low-mileage lease on this Cadillac XT5 from around $429 per month.
We live in a pick-and-choose world. Love or like, naughty or nice, calm or bright. But at bedtime, why settle for this? Enter Sleep Number, designed to let couples sleep together in individualized comfort. Sleep IQ technology tells you how you slept and what adjustments you can make. She likes the bed soft. He's more hardcore. So your sleep goes from good to great to wow. Give the gift of amazing sleep, only at a Sleep Number store. Save $1,000 on selected mattresses with FlexFit 3 adjustable base. Hurry, and Sunday. No better sleep with Sleep Number.
Afoot and lighthearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. The east and the west are mine. The north and the south are mine. All seems beautiful to me.
Is it a force of nature or a sales event? The season of Audi sales event is here. Audi will cover your first month's lease payment on select models. Sales event ends January 3rd.
A newlywed in New Hampshire facing a lawsuit from two guests at his wedding. Well, this is some cell phone video of the wedding back in August. The wedding guests claim that the groom was operating this drone when it crashed into the women. One woman says that the drone broke her nose. The other claims that she was struck in the head and needed more than 20 stitches. Both guests also claim that they suffered concussions. The lawsuit seeking money from both the groom and the venue. Now, the manager of the venue said, well, this isn't his fault.
The groom came up about 2 hours before the wedding and took a drone out of his car and launched it into the courtyard, and he was flying it around taking some pictures. And I told him it was illegal, you can't fly those here. I explained why, and he said okay, and put it away.
Now, the groom insists he was not controlling the drone, but was standing in the middle of the dance floor at the time. New video tonight, nearly $4 million worth of toys seized in Venezuela. The government said it plans to hand out these toys as Christmas gifts to poor children. The country's Fair Pricing Authority seized the toys yesterday, and two company executives were detained on suspicion of promoting price speculation. The authority's director alleged the company underreported its inventory in order to sell some toys at higher prices. Shoppers in Pennsylvania picking up their layaway gifts today received quite the surprise. A Secret Santa donated $46,000 to a Walmart, paying off layaways for nearly 200 people. Shoppers were overjoyed when they found out that those gifts were paid off.
I'm just grateful and thankful that they can do that, and in their heart they want to do that.
And they have cried, they have thanked us, they have thanked this mysterious person. They've tried to find out who it is, just so that they could thank them personally and pay it forward.
Well, the Secret Santa, though, told the store that she wanted to remain anonymous. Now, we also need your help making sure that every little boy and girl has a present to open this holiday season. Help us by donating a toy during our all-day holiday toy drive next Wednesday. The event starts at 7 a.m. Those toys will then be distributed to children throughout the United Way, or through the United Way of Palm Beach County. You can also share our Facebook post and help spread the word. Cool and chilly weather, well, it didn't stop the boats from lighting up Treasure Coast waterways tonight. You have the St. Lucie County Christmas Boat Parade and also the Martin County Christmas Boat Parade hosted by Meridian Marina in Palm City. Senate President Joe Negron, the Grand Marshal at that event. Always cool to see the boats lit up, and not a bad night to be out there. You could actually put on a windbreaker, perhaps.
Yeah, a little bit of drizzle and nuisance rain, but other than that, nice, real windy out there too, and that's going to keep up overnight and even into tomorrow. You see the trees blowing there at the bottom of the screen, really cranking there, all the palm trees in front of the bus station there downtown West Palm Beach and train station, and we're looking at well, possibly some breaks in the clouds. It's 72 degrees right now, which is actually our high for today, so we're as warm as we've been today. East-northeast wind up to 28 miles per hour. Very windy out there. A couple of showers blowing in, but that's tapered down. Can't rule out the chance for some showers or even the potential for a couple pockets of heavy rain, especially the farther south you head. So if you have travel plans down into the Broward or Miami-Dade, keep that in mind. 63 in Okeechobee, 70 in Fort Pierce. The wind east-northeast 13, 21, again gusting up to 28 in West Palm Beach. It will stay equally as windy through the night and into tomorrow morning, then slowly start to taper off tomorrow afternoon. Tracking just a little bit of sprinkle activity moving up Jupiter Island towards Hobe Sound, and then also down in the South County from Delray Beach right through Atlantic Avenue, downtown Delray, and then stretching back into Boca Woods and West Boca, and maybe even into the east too, seeing a little bit of sprinkle action still. The hour-by-hour forecast for Sunday. Still expect a lot of clouds around, maybe a couple of breaks, but don't count on them. Temperatures will be milder, mid to upper 70s in the afternoon. Still very gusty winds, just more out of the east, and then even turning east-southeast by the end of the day. And still a lot of moisture around, though, so we'll keep those rain chances here handy. Here's the forecast on Vipercast. Notice in the morning some showers blowing in from time to time. Not a whole lot of breaks in the clouds. By the afternoon, looking at a couple of showers around. Look at what happens overnight, though. Sunday night, Monday morning, get a little surge moisture to move on through, and a possibility of some heavy rain. Everything lifts out as the front lifts away. We clear out on Monday, and with that, though, we really crank up the temperatures. Now, seasonal average temperature is 77 degrees. We will be well above that for just about the entire week. Mid-80s Tuesday and Wednesday, plus adding in a lot more humidity. It is not going to feel like mid-December here in South Florida this week. Small craft advisory, one more day of this. Then the seas will come down quite drastically, and the beach forecast still very rough on the beach. It's not the best of beach days. However, the rest of the week looks really nice for the beach. In fact, you're going to want to cool off in some kind of water or air conditioning. Mid-80s for highs. Again, a lot of humidity Tuesday and Wednesday. Not getting rid of rain chances completely, but we're seeing still a lot of sunshine. Weak front on Thursday will cool us down a little bit and get rid of some humidity going into next weekend.
Time now for the Honda Sports Desk with ESPN 106.3 and WPTV NewsChannel 5.
Well, we've been saying it all season long. As far as the Heisman race is concerned, it was Lamar Jackson and then everyone else. But then after a couple of subpar games to end the season, along with Jackson and his Cardinals being absent from conference championship weekend, had a little bit of late drama on our hands. Still, we found out tonight that the voters agreed with what our eyes told us all along, and that is that Lamar Jackson is the best player in college football this season. Jackson, the South Florida native who played his high school ball at Boynton Beach at just 19 years old, has become the youngest Heisman Trophy winner ever. The true sophomore racked up nearly 5,000 yards of offense and his 51 touchdowns on the season, tie or put him ahead of all but 38 FBS teams. Jackson edged out Clemson quarterback and runner-up Deshaun Watson and 3 other finalists. And on the biggest of stages tonight, Jackson still hasn't forgotten where he came from.
To our fans back at home, this one for you guys. You guys always believed in us, no matter who we faced, no matter what happened, no matter what our record was, even last year, my freshman year. You always believed in me, and I love you guys. Can't wait to cherish it with you.
Meanwhile, this was the scene at Buffalo Wild Wings in Boynton Beach. Family, friends, staff at Boynton Beach High School, and some of those who know Lamar best taking in the moment with their very own Lamar Jackson Heisman Trophy watch party. Now they're glad that the entire country is seeing the special talent that Boynton Beach knew that it had on its hands all along.
This is big for Boynton Beach and the Boynton Beach High School, the entire area. You can see the whole students and the faculty are totally behind him. I've seen a lot of athletes come out of Palm Beach County over the last 30 years. I've been involved with youth football programs, and he has stepped above and has shined over all of them. He's taken us to the next level. We have NFL players, and he's just going to be another one to come out of this area. We're really proud of Lamar Jackson. This is his night.
All right, it was his night indeed. We can acknowledge that Jackson didn't have his best work at the end of the season, but let's not overthink this one. The voters got it right, and the Heisman Trophy undoubtedly should have gone to Jackson. It's human nature to do this. We declare a competition over so early that we get bored and just want to add a little suspense, so we talk ourselves into a little late drama. And yes, you could argue that Deshaun Watson played some of his best ball down the stretch, but Jackson was so overwhelmingly dominant over the course of the season that he was my hands-down pick to become the Palm Beach County's first ever Heisman Trophy winner. That's pretty impressive when you consider all the talent that's come through here. You think about Fred Taylor, Anquan Boldin, Hall of Famer Ricky Jackson, just to name a few. Lamar had his fair share of Heisman moments, and now the former 3-star recruit out of Boynton Beach High School will be getting a 5-star welcome into the Heisman house. Pretty cool stuff.
Very cool stuff. Thank you, Paxton. We'll be right back.